normal people. And this is very, like, this is not something that we grew up in or became accustomed to. It all just kind of happened. So it's hard to remember that you're a public figure and you don't ever want to be rude to anyone. Sometimes you're just having a bad day, like you don't feel like taking a picture. And sometimes you're really ugly when you're in the grocery store and somebody's like, oh, I won't post it anywhere. I look bad too. And I'm like, no, I'm on TV. People know that I look bad. Like, they don't know, it's bad sometimes. But without fans, we wouldn't have a show. So you kind of have to understand that.
What do you want to be when you're older? I know you're a dancer now, but like you said that you take musical theater. What do you think you'll grow up as?
I would like to become an actress, and also like to be maybe like a Rocketter on Broadway.
Cool.
And tell them your other two non.
And after I'm retired with all that, I wanna be a doctor and a mom.
She has a lot of things coming her right now. Go ahead.
When will you guys have like master classes, and will all of the girls be there?
At the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever have master classes at the studio with all the girls, just because like there's a lot of stuff with Abby. No, it's just that Abby believes that like these girls are her own like puppets almost. So the moms kind of have to stick up for that.
Is the show scripted?
No, it's not scripted. It's really not. I mean, we're put in situations, but what you see is what you get. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I wish it were scripted, then I could blame a writer, but a lot of the stuff that comes out of our mouths is I have an angry mouth.
Did you ever get nervous to a dance class with Abby?
Yeah, no, you can pick. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you ever get nervous to go to dance class because of Abby or pardon? Did you ever get nervous to go to dance class? I get nervous to go in dance class.
Abby's scary.
Do you guys have like official Twitters or like Instagrams or Facebook? I know Twitter, but like Instagram?
Yep, Chloe's.
Clover XOXO.
Clover XOXO. There's like 300,000 followers. That's her real name. One day I looked at it, I'm like, what are you putting pictures up of that you have this many people interested in them? Yeah, and wait, Facebooks, they do not, they only have like pages on Facebook, any of the girls. And they do interact with their fans on their like pages, but you'll never instant message someone, nor will you kick, Skype. The girls don't do that, because a lot of people, especially here, were telling me that they kick, I don't know the words, I'm sorry, I'm really old and stupid. Okay, but a lot of the people here were like, oh, I keep Paige all the time, and I Skype Chloe, and I'm like, but you don't. Those are fake, so just be aware of that.
Is Leslie really like?
Yeah, she's really like that.
You guys not like Peyton?
I don't mind Peyton. I don't. I just don't. I think the kids should be nice to one another, that's all.
Go ahead. Did Peyton really push Paige?
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pick. Go ahead.
When you get in bicycle and stuff, like, you get in them with it as often as
You think?
Yeah.
No, because when we film a show, one episode takes 1 week to film. And that episode, we film about 70 hours for what you see in 42 minutes. So think about that. Like in 70 hours, like we're sitting there and we're like, oh, we're so bored. Oh, I just bought this cute pair of shoes. Oh, I have to go to the grocery store. What'd you make for dinner? I have to get my nails done. Or my baby's doing this or that. Like, that's all boring. So in 42 minutes, you might see 3 fights that happened during the week. But they were like 2 minutes of our day, and we got over it. But they build around it. So we don't really fight quite like you see. Like, think about how you act in a week. Do you get kind of mad a few times? Imagine if that's the only thing people knew about you. You know? Yeah. Like, that would be hard. It is hard. We watch it, my husband's like, why can't you be more like Holly? I'm like, have we met?
You always have very cute clothes. What's your favorite store shop at?
Thank you. And I have a couple.
Oh, and they're all expensive.
Number one.
Roomies. Well, these are just like
Yeah, and mom shops at Marshalls and TJ Maxx for you.
Well, I like that too. I like Forever 21, and I like Sally Miller Couture.
Sally Miller is a designer. She's been so good to us. She's like she wears Sally Miller all the time. When we went to Teen Choice, I called Sally. Like now, I realize that not many people are able to call a designer. I realize how fortunate we are. But I said, hey Sally, we're going to Teen Choice, and I really want Chloe to look like age appropriate and like fresh and young. And she's like, I got it. She's like, I'll make you a dress, and that dress will be available, I think, in the spring in like Nordstrom. So you guys can buy like the Chloe. It's cute. But Sally's really cute, and all of her stuff is age appropriate.
I like it a lot. Are you going to be on the new Joffrey show where Abby's the judge?
None of the girls. It's not. I think the winner gets a scholarship to Joffrey, but it has nothing to do with any of our girls. The only one that's on there is Abby. So
Abby and new people.
who wants to watch that?
Okay, I thought a lot of it was scripted. So was she really that much nicer to Maddie when she like
She's
didn't do
always-
well, and then when you guys
That
real?
episode was very real. It was very real, and it was very
That's
hurtful.
horrible.
And that's why Holly was so upset because
as a mom?
that's why we all get very upset because they're our kids. Like think about how you feel about your children, and think about if somebody was doing that to you, and it's hard. I mean, yes, I know why are you there, but people
I thought
also
it was-
remember like we have a contract with Lifetime. You know, we have to be there. So. Claire's waiting.
Did you ever break a bone in dance?
Yes, I broke my right here during the back handspring.
And Abby was the teacher.
Yeah, it hurts really bad.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, here's a story for all you moms. I shouldn't say this because it'll go on like viral on the internet and everybody will be like taking my children away. I'm like, oh, you stoved it. You know, everybody's like, oh, your fingers just stoved, you know. And I'm like, oh, we'll just tape a little popsicle stick to it, you know, because it was just, I sent her to school and the nurse called me and she's like, Mrs. Lukasiak, this really needs medical attention. I'm like, my husband told me to send her because my husband works at Children's Hospital. He's like, she'll be fine. And then when he took her and it was broken, then I blamed him because he's the one who said it was fine. I just taped a little popsicle stick to it and sent her to school. I'm like, you'll be fine. I'm like, don't be a baby.
How much do you dance on and off season? And off season, do you still watch like Chloe dance?
Kelly and I go
They're
Can't you tell
a
we
really
have
famous restaurant for moms.
in bow hands.
Bow hands.
Yeah, no, we don't stay. They don't have an off season. They dance year round.
Yeah, but like off season of the show, like do you
Oh.
dance more during the show?
They actually take more technique classes during off season because when they're filming, they're really learning that choreography in 2 days. So they're working on dances.
If you, I know you probably don't play any sports because you're so busy with dance.
I did.
I was gonna say, would you want to if you didn't do it?
What would you do if you didn't dance?
Yeah.
I danced on the field.
She danced on the fields when she played sports. So
I played soccer, and then I danced on the
basketball. I don't know. She did all kinds of things. It didn't
field.
work
And then
out.
I scored in the wrong goal, so.
Does your little sister dance too?
She's going to. Where was the message?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. We'll get to it.
Do you guys ever tap? Tap? Yes, we do. We have a really good tap teacher.
They're actually good tappers. Yeah, their tap teacher's a tap dog, and he's like really a perfectionist. So they can actually really tap well. It's too hard to do a tap dance in 2 days, and have it be competitive. So that's why you don't see tap on the
So
show.
it asks me to-
Are you and your little sister like really close?
Yes.
Yes.
She makes me play with her all the time. I don't mind it, but she turns
Yes, Clara's the queen, Chloe's the princess, and I'm the servant.
I've one people say. I like
Oh,
when they're
for
rewatching the
Halloween,
episodes,
Clara's
if
gonna
they
be
get
Ariel, and I really, really want Chloe to be Flounder, but she just won't do it. I'm like, you can wear one of those little fat fish outfits, and she's like, no!
I was like, please.
Don't you think that'd be cute? I think that'd be such a cute Flounder. She's like, no.
No.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna dress up as Fat Flounder, and then you're really gonna be embarrassed. Stranger danger. Pain.
When do you have dance from? Like after school?
It's
Like 5 to 8:30
Yeah.
most days. You mean in season 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happened in season 1 is they actually had like competitive dances that they had done before the show. And so we were competing some of those dances like as we were competing the show dances. But now that we're in season 2, they literally have no time to do anything other than the show dances.
Yeah.
And sometimes they will compete a dance and learn it that they just never show. If there's no storyline behind the dance or if there's too much other stuff going on. Like the episode just recently where everyone did a solo, you did that Go solo.
Yeah.
They actually did a group dance with Brandon, Brittany's brother, that never made the air because there was so much going on with all the solos. So sometimes you will see them in other costumes. And Abby used to have the girls compete, like she would have Chloe compete a second solo if we were somewhere, or Maddie, or now we don't, but we used to do things like that. So that's why you would see sometimes in other costumes.
One or two songs. What's like your dance schedule every day?
It's 3 days a week from 5 to 8:30.
No, like what classes, what order do you guys go?
Oh, it's different every day. And they take classes that probably you guys have never even heard of. Like, have you heard of legs and feet? Like, you do like they have a class that's like 45 minutes of just working on their feet and their legs.
What's your favorite style of dance? Probably lyrical or Miss Computer. I really like lyrical. I don't know, I just do.
Is Kendall gonna come on our
She was on at the end of the year, so as far as I know, she'll be back. And her mother. Lucky me.
What's your favorite book, song, and TV show?
Book, I have a couple. I really like the Sisters Grimm series. It's really good. It's kind of like a spin-off to the Brothers Grimm.
Oh, and Hunger Games, you torture me with it.
I love them. The Hunger Games, I really like that book. I might be Katniss for Halloween. And then, I like a lot. And then TV show, I really like Disney Channel. Disney Channel. I like a lot of the shows on there. Song.
I don't know if you have she likes all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Actually, for the show, I auditioned. I auditioned for the show doing 15 by Taylor Swift.
Yeah. So when we saw Taylor Swift at Teen Choice, I was dying to tell her, but we never got a chance to. No, I'm picking one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think that you'll take your kids to Abby's?
You're 11. That's a long time away. I don't know if Abby will still be around. I mean, I think she has bigger plans. She's moving to LA. She's like the next Heidi Klum, I think, in her own mind. Sorry, I am really like this in real life. Like, I can't tell myself.
When you dance, like, what's the greatest feeling you've ever felt in the dance? Like, what's your favorite number that you've ever done, like feeling-wise?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Or like the best you've ever felt about like a number you've done?
That you came on stage and you were like, that was good. I don't know. Do you ever say that?
Or one of your proudest moments you've ever done?
Junior Miss.
Yeah.
Junior Miss
I
Dance
won my junior Miss dance right over before the show
of
happened.
Pennsylvania.
Cool.
And she was like 5 days, if her birthday were 5 days earlier, she would have still been like a petite, so she was the youngest contestant. And like, we just never expected in a gajillion years that she was gonna win. And when she won that night, it was amazing. Because it wasn't just a dance competition, they had to do an interview with the judges, and then they take audition classes. So it was like a compilation of scores, and then they
we
competed.
had to learn a group number and the format.
It was a lot, and she won as the youngest contestant ever as a junior Miss Dance contestant. And we were just like, yeah, you really were. That was an amazing night. And what was funny is we had not been picked up quite for the show yet, but I texted the producer and I said, Chloe just won junior Miss Dance of Pennsylvania, and he was like, why couldn't that have happened 3 months later? So, I think we have time for
Let's
what?
do 3 more.
3 more, okay.
I'll take 2.
Is it weird going solo the next day when the show just aired?
the same kids, you know, forever. So they're not anything exciting. They're the same old kids.
Did Kendall actually ever go to Candy Apples, like not on the show?
Yeah, she went, well, for the show, yes, but she came back to Abby sooner than you saw.
Who hasn't asked the question?
When you rewatch the episodes, do you ever get like offended at what the other people like say that you don't hear on the show?
I think Chloe was a little hurt the other night, but I don't, because, I mean, I'm probably the worst one. But we also understand, the moms understand, like, there's certain parameters, we don't go outside of those, and, I don't know, you give each other a free pass, because we've all been friends for a long time, you know, I don't know, we all kind of just have an understanding. Like, those other women, for as much as we argue, those really are my sisters. They really are. Like, Holly, Kelly, and Melissa, I am very close with. Like, this morning, I know Melissa and I always seem like we're going at it. I was on the phone with Melissa at 7 o'clock this morning, and we were, like, discussing what was going on this weekend with our kids. Go ahead.
What was your favorite part about Teen Choice Awards? Is it meeting Justin Bieber?
For me, it was Zac Efron. I'm so sorry.
Say that you embarrassed me a lot.
It wasn't me, it was Kelly. Actually, it was Melissa. Zac Efron was from, like, Me to You. And he was on stage, and Melissa's like, take off your shirt! I'm like,
Like, it was all silent, and she was like, take off your shirt! And we were all like,
sorry, you can dress us up, but you can't take us out. Yeah. Well, I think that we have to wrap it up. We have some other things to go to, but I just want to say thank you guys so much. We realize that, like I said, we're just everyday, regular people, and it's amazing fans like you guys who make us into something bigger. So we appreciate you guys just as much as you appreciate coming here today.
yeah,
So
Thank
so
you.
much.
You're everyone's favorite.
Yeah. I am always shocked when I say, yeah. When everyone's like, Chloe's America's sweetheart, I'm like, how did this happen? Thank you. It was so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for coming. We really had